My fucking desk is filthy. It's fucking gross. So anyway, the wife and I went out and saw Star Wars today. For those who are listening to this years in the future, after it's been recorded, I am speaking of The Force Awakens, Episode 7. It's a very interesting movie on a lot of fronts. Though I do have some issues. Not anything saying like, "Oh, it's a bad movie," blah 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 blah. I'm not hating on it. I don't hate it. It's just some things kind of I don't know, man. Like, all right, you make it seems like every prequel has at least one Darth. You know, like the one big bad that's the problem. Okay? And in this one, we get a big fucking bratty child. Why? Well, he's just a fucking brat. Like, you're in your shit, your house, right? Something doesn't go your way, and you just start fucking breaking shit? You're a grown man. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You are a grown ass, able to procreate man. Why the fuck are you sitting over here destroying complex machinery because you're miffed? I didn't feel like this was a character to be feared. I feel like this is a character to be pitied. And the Darth of this, no, I didn't really too much like him. I like the actor. The actor was pretty cool. It's just a character. And that lightsaber, what the fuck? Like, if you're gonna go lightsaber hilt, cool, but make it a lightsaber hilt. Like, they didn't do that. It's a lightsaber and then it has fire coming out of the sides. It wasn't like two other beams coming out of the sides. And that's fucked up. You know, like it should be a beam coming out, like short beams, that's fine, but a beam, And then the way it was used was pretty lacking. It was like, oh, so now while you're in the little exchange thing, test the strength crap, you can take the little part and stab them in the shoulder. Like, okay. But, like, I'm thinking that there was going to be some type of crazy, awesome, genius way that he was going to use that thing. What really would have stuck out to me if it was used defensively in some way, like maybe blocking a slash with those, like that type of thing would have interested me. But what happened was, I don't know. And then, I don't know. I think that back in the day, the older Star Wars films, the lightsaber seemed like a very personal thing, and now it's like everybody's throwing around Luke's and they just use it. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Like I'm pretty sure that Finn is special because he broke away from the Stormtrooper way and all that shit. And I know Rey is special because I don't give a fuck. She's special. Like, she's awesome. She was the best thing about the movie, to me. But, like, that's the main thing that I need to praise about this movie. I'll get to that in a minute. But like, I don't know. I don't know why everybody can just use. Well, I guess I should say everybody. It was just two people, but still, like, it just feels like Luke should, or if they're gonna use Luke. Well, no, that's based on the crystal. I was gonna say maybe have a different color, but that's based on the crystal. That has nothing to do with any of the other shit. But I don't know, man. It feels weird to have a stormtrooper with no Jedi training just kick up a lightsaber and be fine. I got, and he had that thing under control and everything. Like that's weird. That's weird to me. Um, there's the whole thing with Han Solo and his fate. I don't know. I kind of. I don't want to say I don't care, but I would have been a lot more saddened, I think, if he had gotten killed in one of the original movies. Because then he was such a younger character, but by now he's old. He only like half gives a shit about what he's even doing. Like he's not like he's lost a kid. And I mean, he did get stabbed through the chest. And how come nobody dies like Obi-Wan died? Why is that? He got he got sabered, and then his clothes fell. Like nobody else dies like that. Anywho, he got stabbed through the chest, thrown off a bridge. Okay, I don't know. I think that if I don't see a body, I don't think I can accept that. I don't know. I think they're gonna it's gonna be some kind of twist where he comes back. And then the Luke thing. I mean, what the fuck is he doing? He's just like, the dude doesn't even have a chair. It's weird. I don't know. He's just standing up on a mountain somewhere. I don't know. But it's a very interesting film. It's certainly not bad, and I'll get to why it isn't bad. And it's not bad, and I can finally be a Star Wars fan, somewhat at least, because they finally acknowledge that women exist in in a in a higher capacity than just Leia and Padme. Like before that, those were the only two women around. And I'm like, how the fuck do these civilizations even happen when there's just one dame walking around and that's it? Like, I didn't understand how there was such little female representation in a world that big. Shouldn't even say world, in a universe that big. Like, it was weird. Like, what the fuck? What do you think, we're just gonna get to some point where we just phase women out of the world and you just have one that, like, what? I don't know. I mean, it just seemed like there's always just the one girl who needs to get saved and shows up in some kind of weird outfit, and things get crazy, and ohs knows the love of my life woes, like that shit. It got old with me real quick. You can show me a sword made out of light, and that's cool and all, but if there aren't women there, it's strange, and I'm not really all that huge of a fan. This one was nice. There were female pilots. There were females just walking around. There were females preparing for things. There's a female fucking warrior woman who's badass. And is smart and gets kidnapped and saves herself and figures shit out and is cunning and remembers shit and recalls things. And she was Ray. Ray is really awesome. And I agree. A comedian on Facebook that I follow said, yo, take your daughters to see this shit. And I completely agree. Any woman you have in your life, take them. Fucking take them, because they need to see this shit. If you got girls running around thinking that they can't do something, you take them to see this shit, because this is amazing. It's amazing. It's about damn time. Like, people flipped out because Leia shot a blaster. Like, really? Really? Come on. Really? That's all. Okay. You fuckers have low standards for your women, if that's the case. But this one, whew. Ray was a force. A force to be reckoned with. And I'm not even making a pun. Like, seriously. That woman is a force to be reckoned with in this series. Oh my God. If they keep her alive through all three, I will not only be very surprised, but I will be very, very immensely happy. Immensely happy. I think that now the movies, because the animations and that sort of thing, oh, there have been crazy awesome chicks in those, but the movies have finally caught up to these other stories in their maturity in how they treat women and how they represent women. And I am very proud of them for that. That alone puts this as my favorite Star Wars movie. Like, no question. Because, like, I didn't care. Like, I didn't. Mark Hamill is one of my favorite people walking this earth. I think that man is hilarious. But I think Luke Skywalker is one of the most boring characters to ever exist in any kind of universe ever. He is, he's so boring. So boring. He's like this weird Clark Kent, John Cena type of. And what's weird is that I like both of them more than I like Luke. But it's like this mesh of the two of them, but without any of the elements from those two to make them interesting. It's just like, I'm doing good for goodness sake, and I just win. Like, he lost an arm and he just wins. Like, he goes and he tries to take out a Death Star and he just wins. You know, it's so ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I couldn't stand him. I was like, why are we following him? You know, like, that's why I was grateful. I was very grateful for the prequel trilogy coming out after. Because if you see the rise and fall of Darth Vader before you see the fucking rise and my time is now of Luke Skywalker, it's like, I would be so angry. I'd be like, dude, you just gave me awesome, and now here you give me the most boring pale shit ever. And it's I don't know. Maybe, you know, a lot of people will think I'm wrong on this. A lot of people damn near pray to Star Wars. Have your fun. Perfectly fine by me. You ain't gonna catch me saying anything negative about you as a person just because you love this shit. That's fine. You do what you gotta do. that's on you. But me, I had some issues. I think that before this movie, I think my favorite Star Wars character was Yoda. Uh, because he spoke strange, and I'm a language really gets me. Like I'm really into words and how they're used. And so the way he talked was fascinating to me. And then during the prequels, when everybody bitched and moaned about Yoda kicking everybody's ass, I was fucking ecstatic about the concept. I was like, this fucker is jumping all over the place, whooping ass. He has a cane for no reason. It's fucking amazing. Fucking just little character nuances like that were just amazing. Just he's walking around like, I want to look like a frail old man, but at any point in time, I could just beat the shit out of you. Like character things like that. Awesome. Han Solo is like a really cool type of boring. Like, if he weren't written as well as he was, he'd be terrible. He'd be fucking terrible. But he's really interesting because of the heart and the writing that comes from his character. But as far as like on paper, yeah, he's a rogue smuggler that shoots things. I'm like, okay. Alright, sure. So I'm happy Harrison got to bring that character to life. It was really cool. We'll see if his finale is final. I'm not convinced. Not yet. In fact, there's an interesting story behind his demise. I was on something where it was like, I think it was a Watch Mojo video about top 10 anime betrayals. And somebody in the comments spoiled before I saw it that, Kylo Ren is his kid and he stabs him and all that shit. And at first I was a little, not angry, but kind of saddened. Like, oh man, I don't get to be surprised by that. But then I was just like, now I really want to see this movie. Like, at first I was kind of, I was kind of just, okay, whatever. But then I really wanted to see it because I know Han Solo is a very important character to a lot of people. And you can't just kill him. So I'm just sitting there like, okay, did they kill Chewie too? Because how does Han die without Chewie dying? I didn't think it, like, they're like warriors to the end type of buds, But, after seeing how it happened, I was like, okay, because he was trying to convince his son not to be a fucking brat, and his son was a fucking brat, and yeah, I get that. No, because I needed to see if they did it with class. I needed to see if they did it with style, if they made the Han Solo character die just because there was nothing else going on in the film. Like, the spoiler actually gave me questions that I actually wanted to answer, as opposed to, oh, everybody needs to watch this movie, blah, blah, and me just sitting on the side like, well, I'll get to it. It actually lit a fire under me to watch it, and I'm glad it did. But it was really because of Rey. Don't get me mistaken. Finn is fucking awesome. Finn as a character is fucking awesome, and I'm glad that they showed that there's a really good possibility that he doesn't croak when you think he croaks. Because he was really cool. But what I loved about Finn is how the writers used Finn to push the feminist perspective on the movie. It's like Finn is there to represent old school bullshit mentality, like women need to be saved all the time. And Ray is there to be like, calm the fuck down. You know, like, I appreciate your help, but I got this. You know, like, I really love that they used him like that. I like how funny his character was. He was interesting. I did not regret a second seeing him on the screen. Same with BB-8. You know, a lot of people, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but there are people who don't like R2-D2 and find it annoying. I don't understand. Like, see, that's the thing. All the problems people had with Star Wars, I don't have. But the problem that I have with Star Wars, nobody else seems to have. You know, that it's just dudes on all these planets. Nobody gives a fuck. But let a Jar Jar Binks come around. Oh, he's fucking racist. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, Jar Jar is weird. Jar Jar speaks weirdly. Like, that goes for damn near every fucking Star Wars characters that's not one of the main fucking cast. They all talk weird. Like, so I didn't give a shit. Like, Jar Jar wasn't even important. He wasn't even on my radar to me. People are talking about Jar Jar ruined those 3 movies. I'm like, really? Really? If Jar Jar is enough to ruin it, pod racing isn't enough to save it? Because that shit was incredible. Hey, I don't know. At least they didn't make the same mistake this time that they made in the prequel trilogy of killing off the villain in the first fucking episode. That is... I mean... But if I could trade... I definitely wish they would have kept Darth Maul alive longer and killed this fucker. And, like, I'm not even upset at him killing Solo. Like, that's not why I dislike the character. It's just he's fucking annoying because he's a brat. He's such a fucking brat. And it's just so much. And even his fighting style seemed kind of blech. Like, it wasn't bad. He didn't fight badly, but he just fought. He's like a power base. Well, when I say power, that could be misinterpreted. He's like a heavy lightsaber user. And that was weird. Like, it, when you're using a lightsaber, you're supposed to be either like half fencing, kinda, which he did some of, but it seemed more like it was like he was wielding like a one-handed axe. Like, if his lightsaber could be turned into an actual weapon, it was kind of like he had a one-handed axe, like that type of weight. Like, it wasn't a fencing saber. It wasn't, you know, I'm gonna be all over the place dancing around doing my thing. It was cleave, you know. And that's weird with lightsabers. To me, that's strange. But anywho, overall, I mean, I want to say that I'm not super excited about it, but that's not entirely true. I'm super duper excited about Rey. I'm normally excited about Finn. I'm normally excited about where Chewbacca's gonna go. I want to know that. Um, I dug the flight scenes. All of the space combat, all of the flying combat, the flying sequences, the chases, phenomenally done. This is all stuff that I'm excited about, like just below Ray, because Ray is the most fucking ridiculously awesome thing in this movie to me. Uh, but yeah, BB-8 would be in there with Finn and them. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting. Oh yeah. The guide lady, Mos, I think her name was. Oh, she's awesome. She's awesome. The goggles, the the guide mentality that she kind of had to like realize was happening. Her perception, and how she could see that Finn was on some shit. It's like, I like this lady. I like her. I like her a lot. I really like her. I think that she's really cool. I think that she's very interesting. I hope that they use her more. I hope that she's not just gone and was like a one-off to help them get to Luke's saber. I really hope that that's not the last that we see of her. I feel like they're gonna kill her. I feel like they're gonna kill. Like they're gonna probably let her get through the first two movies and then kill her at the beginning of the third. It feels like like she would be killed. Like she'd be built up as an ally to the point where you don't want her to die. Like you're really like no, and then she dies in the third one to set the stakes. To just be like, oh yeah, well this is what you fighting for in this one and that sort of thing. It just feels like that sort of thing is coming. I hope it doesn't though, because she's awesome. Um, who else? What else? Lightsaber combat was pretty fucking rare. Far rarer than I thought it would be. That kind of sucked that it wasn't more, but what was there was nice. Um, I liked how Ray beat the shit out of those guys with that staff. That was awesome. But I don't even need to talk about Ray. Just Ray, period. If Ray is on the screen, that was shit that I liked. Just period. Um, I also liked that Ray and Finn didn't hook up romantically immediately. It could be coming, and I would be fine with that. But I'm glad that they set out to earn it past the first movie. They didn't just meet and then all of a sudden they're all in the throes of passion and kissing each other and shit. Oh, this dog sucks. Anywho, yeah. So that was refreshing. Them earning the relationship that could happen, or it not happening. That would be fantastic if there wasn't this romance thing and they were just friends through the whole thing. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Like those are so rarely seen, and they're just phenomenal when you do see them. To where it's just like, I don't like you because I'm trying to fuck you. It's great. Um, what else was in this film that I thoroughly enjoyed, just not as much as Ray? I mean, the big bad, that was, I ain't really like it. I ain't really like him. I don't dislike him, but he's just kind of there. He's like, oh yeah, you're a booming voice coming out of a fucking 25-foot tall dude chilling being a hologram, and the joke is probably going to be when they actually find you, you're only going to be like 3'6". But I don't know. So I mean, those are my thoughts. Yeah, you know, BB-8 was awesome. BB-8 was very, very cute. But yeah, like, I mean, that's pretty much all I got. I'm interested in seeing where it goes. I don't hate the franchise. It's my favorite one so far out of the 7. And yeah, I just want to know where they're going. And I hope that the themes that they've touched on for this one carry on throughout the next 2 or 3 or 4. I mean, there's no law saying it's going to be a trilogy, like a third trilogy. It might be more movies. Maybe. I don't know. Might go up to episode 10. That'd be crazy. Episode X. But we'll see. But those are my thoughts. Yeah, and that's it.